when we go with the flow, well, the goals are not even that clear. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? How can we make a trace? How can we tell Google Maps where to take us if we don't know where we want to go? If you are a mentor, a course creator, you have a system, a step-by-step formula that you want to share with the world. Maybe you're already selling your course or your online program, but right now getting clients seems like, oh, I'm just going with the flow. Then this video is for you, because I'm going to tell you how to get out of the flow and actually have a strategy that is going to work for you and is going to make 2021 your leap year. And if we haven't met, hello, my name is Adriana, and I help new course creators to launch and sell their online programs with a smart, scalable, and repeatable strategy so they can help more people, have more clients, increase their income, and have more time available for whatever they want to do. And what is going with the flow? I hear this a lot, and what it seems like is that I'm just going to see what works and what doesn't. But do you have a strategy to test? It seems like you want to test. You want to see what starts working, what doesn't. You want to go at a slow speed to see what comes up. Well, that sounds like when you go cruising and you're just, I'm just going to find a restaurant. I don't know which restaurant. Well, then that is not a destination. You don't have a destination. When you are going with the flow, you don't have an end result. This is what I'm targeting. This is where I want to get to. Now, there's always the feminine and the masculine energy. I am aware of that, and I do believe there needs to be a balance. We need to rely on our intuition, trust God that He is taking us on the right direction, but we also need a strategy, and God wants us to have a strategy. He wants us to have a plan. So we need to make sure that although we're trusting God, we're trusting our own intuition, and we're aligned with the universe, we still have a strategy that is leading us on that direction. When we're going with the flow and we're testing different strategies at the same time, how are we going to give our best to the one strategy that may work for us? We're testing different strategies, and when we test different strategies, we're dividing our mind among different things. Why if we give our 100% to one strategy and we actually test it? And that is exactly what the successful course creators and successful CEOs do. They choose a strategy. They research what are the strategies available. They find one that is going to fit their needs, their desires, and then they stick to it to test it. But they're not testing 10 at the same time. They're not even testing 5 at the same time. They're testing one strategy, and they commit to this one strategy. They don't go with the flow. They have a plan for this one strategy. They do trust their intuition. They do have a spiritual relationship with God or with the universe. However, they still have a plan, and they don't go with the flow. They have a set of tasks that they are going to follow, and they just have a strategy that they are going to test. So if you want that level of success in 2021, if you want to get your business from that place where it has been for a while into this other place where you've been dreaming of for your business, and you want to do it in 2021, then you need to plan, execute, review, and improve. And that is what I'm going to share with you in this video. So the first thing that you need to do is to be very clear with your goals and your why. Step number 1 is know where you're going. Remember, when we go with the flow, the goals are not even that clear. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? How can we make a trace? How can we tell Google Maps where to take us if we don't know where we want to go? So you need to be very clear. One of the books that I'm going to recommend is the High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. He's one of my biggest mentors and inspirations. And he's really going to teach you how to get clear on your why and your goals. See, the big successful CEOs, they know what they want in life, and then they make a plan to get there. You need to know what is it that you want. Now, you may have fears coming up when you're writing your goals. That's normal, because what if we don't make it? What if we don't achieve those goals and we just feel bad about ourselves? Well, we still need to get clear with our goals. It's very important that we know what is it that we want. And if you have that fear, don't worry. It's something that comes out for everybody. But you need to overcome this fear and just say, look, I'm going to write down my goals, even if I'm afraid a little bit right now, but I need to write whatever I want. When you say it, when you declare it, then that's when God or the universe start working with you. Okay, so then step number 2 is that you need to choose a strategy that you are going to stick with, and you need to execute it. A $1 million business is not about the ideas, it's about the execution. You need to execute this plan. You need to implement it, and you need to stick to one plan for a while. What is a while? It may be 30 days, it may be hopefully 90 days. 90 days is a really good period of time. If this is a short strategy that you think that you can assess within only 30 days, then review it in 30 days. But if it takes longer, maybe you will find more loopholes of where this strategy is not working. But you need to plan it and execute it and then review it. If you don't stick to this one strategy and really implement this one strategy, you're never going to know if it's going to work or even the areas of improvement. Oftentimes we implement one strategy and we're like, oh, it doesn't work for me. Well, we didn't implement it in the right way. We didn't implement it the way that it was supposed to be. Why are we saying that it doesn't work for us if we didn't implement it in the right way? So we need to commit to one strategy and execute or implement this one strategy. And finally, you need to review and improve it. We need to go back and assess what worked, what didn't work, why didn't it work, do we like this or not, is this for us or not, could we have improved it, did we actually do it in the right way? Many times, 99% of the time, we're not going to execute the strategies the way that we're supposed to execute it, because we're doing it ourselves, because we decide to change it, because we're just not coachable and we're not following. That is why going with the flow is easier. Going with the flow is easier than having discipline and following a strategy. So you need to review, look at the metrics, look at a spreadsheet, what was working, what was not working, are they resonating? Let's look at the ideal client. Is this our ideal client? Is this the person that we want to work with? What are the areas where we can improve this strategy? And is this for us? Should we change the strategy as a whole, or can we just improve it? Improving is always going to be better than starting from scratch. But here is where you assess. Look, I committed to this strategy. I implemented this strategy. I executed this plan. Now I can assess if this worked or didn't work, or if I want to change this strategy as a whole, or I want to continue because this is a strategy that is going to take me to my leap year. So when you have clarity and you stick to one plan, you commit to it, you implement it, you execute it, and you review the results and improve, you are going to get to your goals. But you need to follow this. You need to know where you're going. You need to execute this plan. We cannot ask Google Maps to take us somewhere. I mean, when you just say good restaurant, that doesn't work, right? You need to tell Google Maps where you're going. It's the same thing with our goals. Now, in the description, I've added some of my favorite books that are going to help you to identify and have clarity on your goals. And they're really going to help you with sticking to one strategy and implementing it. Those books are the High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. This is amazing, and I believe every entrepreneur should read this book. The other books are this. This is The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte, and it's going to really help you with identifying and aligning with your goals, choosing goals that are exactly what your soul wants. This book, The One Thing, is going to help you to commit to those goals and make you see why you need to stick to one thing. After reading this book, I don't have many projects going on. I have one thing, and this one thing, I make sure that I test it and it works for me. I focus on one thing at a time. This is really going to help you to understand why you need to choose one strategy and stick to it. And if any fears are coming up, this book is amazing because it's really going to help you to identify those fears and overcome them, to identify your upper limit and crush it. These are things that are going to happen to you all the time at whatever level in business that you are. So if you feel unmotivated and you're like, I'm just gonna go with the flow, well, this book would be really amazing because it will explain to you how to combat those fears. Because in reality, we're just saying going with the flow because there is a fear behind that we haven't identified. So this is an amazing book too. Anyways, I hope this was helpful and it really empowers you to get out of the I'm just going with the flow thing, and you get a plan going because you will be able to achieve your goals. You just need a plan, stick to it, commit to it, implement it, execute it, and improve it. That's all you need. Okay, and if you have any questions, drop them below in the comments or send me a DM. My handle is right here for Instagram. And if you want to learn more on how to get paid before you actually launch your course or how to get clients faster in social media, make sure to check out these 2 videos right here because they are going to give you the best tips for a smart, scalable, and repeatable strategy. And do not forget to subscribe because every Monday I bring you more marketing tips that are going to help you to help more people, get more clients, grow your income in less time. I'll see you next Monday.